Hello, everybody, and welcome to Space Engineers 1. I'm Duke Skyloafer. Welcome. Let's see, Game Dork was here a week ago. He's probably gone now, but he had the #1 hat for like a week. I think that's a record. Happy Boy is here. Welcome. Nugs is here. Ayer's here. And the real Phil G is here. And Green Thumb is here. Welcome, everybody, coming over from RevStream. Hope everybody's doing good today. We are here on the planet O'Titan, where it was sunny just a minute ago. And as always with this planet, it is raining and stuff. What's up, Fuse? Welcome to the stream. So the plan today is, and Brian Vincer is here, welcome. Am I peeking? You know what? I was messing with the levels because you guys said I was too quiet last time. Okay, hang on. Ready? Is that better? Not peeking anymore? It's staying under the red now. I think that'll help. Just trying to not be too quiet. Anyway, hopefully that's... I think I might have peeked right there when I said anyway, but hopefully that's better. Okay, so... we are... let's see, so I've had the game running for a little bit. Hopefully I set the settings back, because I tried to turn off all of the, damage and stuff so I could let this run and not die. And I think I've reverted all the settings to real survival here. Let me just double check everything is allowed again. Okay, good. No, nothing. I'm trying to get this because we're at 86.9% done with our hole in the ground, and we go through about I think about 7% an hour. So we might be pretty close to this being done by the time this particular stream is over. So what we're going to do, and if for those joining who have never joined before, let me explain what's going on here. So this is the Space Engineers moon of Titan, and I came here on this big ship, and I've been building a big base here. And if we go out this way... Oh yeah, I forgot I left that here. Well, let me just, can we scooch? Can we scooch around it? I think we could scooch. There we go. We'll move you back later at some point. Let's see. So if we go down this way... Yeah, that's Perry. He's in the way. So, go down this way. Oh, I gotta grab some food while I'm here too. Hang on. What should we eat? Let's just eat a cooked Sabroid steak. So if we go out this way, we've got a big hole in the ground where my miner has been diligently digging this hole for like this entire year so far. And he's getting pretty close to being done. And then we're going to make a big hangar in here where we can put the Titan, the ship that is called the Titan, in the ground, in the hole. And he's also gotten me a ton of nickel and... What was the other one? Iron and something else. Cobalt, maybe? There was something else in this hole. So while doing that, he's collected all that wonderful stuff for me. So today what we're going to do is... we're going to work on maybe finishing this hallway toward the end of the stream, if we have time. Or at least bringing it all the way to here. And then... what we're going to do before that is work on adding more defenses to this place. I need some bigger weapons that aren't the Gatlings, and I might need a little bit more power. I think the base said it had about 4 hours of power in the dark, so hopefully when the sun comes out that will change. But I might want to do some... Why did I come up to the top? And why isn't this welded? Yeah, I need bigger, there we go. I need bigger weapons on here for if we get attacked by a... Sorry. I just had a senior moment there where I thought for some reason if I welded from the other side I would magically have the components. There we go. Now I won't get rained on. So that's the plan. Now we got to figure out where we're going to put those. And I may want to do another... I'm going to move this guy back in here. May want to do a large... like artillery or something. Because the Titan... Oh, I'm stuck. The Titan was my defense. There we go. The Titan was my defense for a while. It's sitting over there, but it's not going to be the defense forever. Especially once it's in the hangar, so we'll have to deal with that. And... there we go. So we'll just put Perry back in the hangar here. I think we're already there. Perfect. Alright, so Perry's back on his perch. Did platypuses perch? Not entirely clear on that. Alright, the miner's going back to recharge now. So he'll be doing that for a bit. And yeah, as long as the sun's not out, let me grab some stuff. Let me eat this food. And let's grab some materials. Also, let's look at... I also wanted this to run because we have a ton of material we need to process. Yeah, it was cobalt. We have so much cobalt. And, oh god, so much iron. It's going to take forever. So, letting the refineries do their things for a bit. And this is all from straight ore coming from the ground. None of this is from stone mining, because it doesn't bring the stone back here. It only brings back the raw, or not raw, what do you mean? The pure ore, I guess you would say. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. I need more like gold and stuff, and platinum. And we might need to make a trip like to space and do some space mining and try and get some more uranium. How much uranium do we have? That's another thing we could do to kill time if we need to. 93, and then a couple in the Titan's reactors a bit, so... yeah, we could do that. The platinum we've gotten only, I think, from the ships that have, like, spawned in and attacked us and then crashed because they had ions. So I think that's where we got all of this platinum from. But gold is what we really need, and maybe we should try and fly around the planet a little bit and see if we can find some gold. I don't know that Titan has gold, I don't remember. So it could be useless. Birds perch and platypus have bills and lay eggs, so yeah. Perch. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I'm doing good tonight, Ire. I'm doing pretty good. It's it was a pretty, I would say, normal week. And I'm excited to be back doing this. I always miss Space Engineers 1 whenever I don't play it for a while. Yeah, I walked over here to get parts and I didn't actually get the parts because I got distracted. Alright. Steel. Get me a bunch of steel plate. Like, a bunch of it. And grab me a couple of those, but not those. And... we're probably going to need probably need less of that. I want to save some room in my cargo here. I feel like... okay. So... I'm excited to hear that you're going to be doing some, like, creative mode stuff. I always like that. It's like a... it changes your mindset from doing survival mode building. You know? And I always like that. Like, I made this ship in creative mode. And it's not something that I would have made in survival. You know? Is that a... yeah, I'm probably not going to go for that. Game Dork has arrived. Welcome. What was I doing? Why am I on the roof? Oh, I was going to find... why am I on the roof? I was going to find a good place. Oh, my crops are done too. I got a notification about that while I was waiting for the stream to start. Let's pick some crops. What were we doing? We were trying to get... I think we were trying to get more... no, I don't. Sorry. Oh, there we go. think we were trying to get more vegetables, right? Or I guess I was doing one side of each. So let's see what we've got here. Should just put those directly in the food. We should probably do a little bit more of... We don't have a lot of mushrooms left. Oh, we do have 5 mushroom spores, but not a lot of mushrooms. Let's plant some mushrooms. Meal pack, fat bread. Yeah, we should do some grain. Alright, let's make some grain, and I think I'm going to make some more mushroom spores too here. So let's do maybe like 2 mushroom spores, handful of grain, and then we only got 1 potato seed. We have 26 potato. Let's make some potato seeds too. And then we could plant a bunch of this stuff. That's going to be... Let's do the potatoes. Let's do this first. And then we'll do the potato seeds next round. And then let's do mushroom on this side. Okay. Back to the terminal. Hey, Monty, welcome. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are tensed up over there. Hey, Rev. They goosed me good when they first got here. Alright, now that I'm back on the roof. I'm trying to remember why I'm on the roof again. I'm looking for a good place to put something like this. This is an artillery, right? Yeah. So I want to put either an artillery... Maybe artillery should be like a separate... yeah, not on the roof, but maybe like a separate like outcropping of a little defensive pod. Oh, please don't tell me I'm going to get hit with debris out here. Stand behind this thing. So we could do a... Why am I getting radiation out here during this storm? Weird. We'll figure it out. Everyone has a future, whether it be a second, an hour, or decades. That's right. It's deep. It's deep. And in the meantime, we got to figure out what kind of pew-pew we want. Where is the... Ow, I just got hit with it. Alright, assault cannon is the other option. I'm thinking maybe we could put an assault cannon on one of the roofs. Roofs? You know, maybe we don't want artillery at all. Maybe we should just do some assault cannons. I think that's a good idea. Let's just do assault cannons. And we'll do them on some little outcroppings. And I'm going to try not to die from Deborah or radiation here. So, we got to think about what's it going to be like when the Titan is not right there. So I think one of those outcroppings should be probably here. And maybe we should do 2 on each side of artillery. Or, sorry, assault cannons. And then that'll give us a little bit of... a little bit of... Oh, maybe we should add... maybe we should add some, like, repair welders to some of these things.
Hello there.
Hello there. Welcome back. Higher. Welcome back to the... I don't remember what my memberships are called. Hey guys, I found the less fond I am of continuing to exist, the more I keep existing. I'll likely outlive everyone at this point. Yeah. Life is like that, huh? Let's see, I had 50 points from last week when I landed here a week early. Yeah, Game Dork, you were like #1 for like a whole week. So, good for you. Alright, I would like This is probably a light here, right? Yeah. I would like for something to sit on the roof of this place, but I don't have a good way to get a pipe up to it, a conveyor, unless I mean, I guess I could keep that. That was supposed to be temporary, but I guess I could keep that and just go straight up to the roof with it. Then we just happen to have a column in here. Let's just do that. Then maybe we'll put an artillery on the roof of this thing. Like, wherever that ends up. We can move this light if we need to. And then we'll do,
Coolio.
Thank you very much, Ira. I don't think that got you the hat, though. Talk again and we'll see. If you got the hat. It was number 2 when it came up. Hey, Toxie, how you doing? It's not really a hat war. It's like a hat, skirmish. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I'm still alive. Yeah. Okay, well this one will be easier. Let's see about getting something put up on the roof right here. It's gonna go right there in that slopey section. Well, we could go and curve it. This thing was here for what was this from? Why did I have this color? Oh, that was from Designated Survivors. That's right. Okay. That's the build and repair color. Alright, do that. Then we will cut a hole right here. And then, what should we do? Should we just do a... Just do a junction like this? This room's not airtight anyway, so let's just do like a... one of these. It's gonna look weird. What if we did... What if we did that and then we maybe put something around it to make it look a little bit held in place?
Cool.
Now it's gone. Thank you very much, Game Dork, for the $3. Appreciate it. I hope the hats treat you well. Yeah, we'll just throw something like this on there. That'll kind of look like it's supposed to be there. Yeah, this this room's not airtight to begin with, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that there's like a hole there. We're going to put the gun on top of it, so... And we want the... Okay, so we're going to do one artillery here, and then everything else is going to be... everything else will be assault cannons. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. If I open the roof again, we'll be in pretty good shape going in and out, but I'm not going to do it. Did I not? Okay, whatever. Oh my gosh, hold on. I missed some stuff that scrolled up. Let me go back here. Oh geez, I missed a whole bunch of things. Sorry. Life is like a box of chocolates. Everything's great until toddlers come along. Is there a Duke after dark? All of Duke is after dark. So, kind of comes with the territory. Dad joke, well done. Very good. We're shooting at something.
Energy low.
Well done, Nugs. And imagine if your brain did fart. Yep. If a If a woman is always right and a man is always wrong, and the man says a woman is always right, is the man wrong? Well, stream's over. Intracranial flatulence. Yeah, I might eat another. I might eat another steak real quick here, or a not a steak, a cooked insect meat. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of these. Let's eat like 2 of them. No, I just wanna eat. Oh, I can't eat it again, right? I gotta cool down. Otherwise, I'll get a tummy ache. Okay, did I finish that or no? Who remembers? I did not. I still didn't grab the stuff. Adds these large steel tubes. They're killers. What is all up in my... Oh yeah, it's all that steel plate. Okay, hold on. Can I eat this yet? Okay. That will help. There we go. So, Ref, 2 doctors enter a live stream chat. What's the punchline? Okay. Oh, it's moving. This ought to be good. Next time one of those salvage drones comes nearby, we might be able to get some pot shots on it. Oh, I should get a defensive block up on here. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a funny story. Maybe it's funny. You might think it's funny. Maybe you don't. I'm going to walk over and heal myself while I tell the story. So, when I was doing my Helgen series, which was Space Engineers on the modded planet of Helgen, which was like, I don't know, like 3 years ago at this point or something, I made a base underground, but all of my defenses were like above ground, like we went through the roof and put a whole like defensive platform above it. And then I put a defensive block in there and we couldn't get it to lock onto anything. And I never did figure out why. And then, you know, it's been like 3 years now. And then one day I was thinking about doing something here. Where'd you come from? Oh, somebody... I shot my ship again. Part of my ramp is gone. I was thinking about building something here and I was like... It just like... I knew, like, oh yeah, you can't put a... defensive blocks cannot target through voxel. Because if you put one... If I put one here... Oh, jeez. This is what I was thinking through. You put one here, and this planet has such a small radius, you know, it wouldn't be able to target something that's technically close but is over the horizon. It wouldn't be able to lock onto it because it can't target through voxel. And then all of a sudden I put the defensive block underground on Helgen. And so it couldn't target anything that was above ground. It all made sense all of a sudden. It's like I knew the answer. And it didn't click until 3 years later. And also, yes, I got hit by Deborah again. And again. And that was a rough one. So I'm going to go charge up again. There it is. Let's see. Hey, I got a question. I have 3 large grid, small cargo containers worth of ice, and 2 H2O2 gens, along with 3 hydro tanks. Why did they never fully fill up when they have a continuous flow of ice? This is not a technical answer. This is a gut feeling, but I'm going to say gremlins. But why do they not fill up entirely? I couldn't tell you. I actually don't know. They should. I mean, do you have thrusters running? Even at idle? Because they'll burn a little bit on idle, or if you have like a hydrogen engine running, it'll I I actually don't know that hydrogen engines burn anything if they're not outputting power. I don't think they do. But thrusters will burn a slight amount when they're idling. How are we doing on... Ooh, 87%. Okay, and the storm is over. Which means now I just got to deal with radiation damage. Which means I'm going to grab a vodka for later. And some more steel. Grab a little steel, grab a little of that. Yeah, you never know. It's Space Engineers. It's kind of goofy. Let's work on the other side. I should double check that that thing has ammo, but let's just work over here where I can kind of be in the shade for a bit. So I was thinking, what if we maybe redid the design of these little outcroppings here a little bit and maybe put like a welder right there or something? You know, something to, if we get actually attacked, that these things will self-repair a bit. I think that's potentially a good idea, and maybe, because I think I did the designs of these other ones a little differently out here. I did, yeah. So we would do these. Might have to redo these if I wanted to do that. But these front ones we could definitely do. One of the fun things about when I was on Helgen and we would get attacked by the MES ships is that their assault cannon shots could one-shot my turrets. And so, like, the initial volley would generally take 1 or 2 turrets off the base, and then we eventually started putting the welders in to, you know, keep them at bay. But yeah, if I could get some repair welders in some of these, that would be okay. It'd be better than nothing. So what I'm going to do is extend this out a bit so that I've got some extra stuff holding stuff together. And drill in through here. And then that's holding that on there. Drill out through here. Let's see, we're going to use an original welder because this will look weird sideways. So, original recipe welder. Is that the right way? Yes. We're just going to do that. And then hope that this part doesn't also get blown up. Let me know if my mouse is flying around too fast. I'd switch to a different mouse. Possibly temporarily, and the DPI is slightly different, so hang on. Maybe that's probably too slow.
Meteors inbound.
This might be better. I'll go with this setting. I'm still going to whip it around. Let's also put... Let's see, I can't cover that, so... Let's maybe do something on the bottom here. Oh, they're going right over us, huh? Oh, that looks bad. Let's not do that one. It sounded really close. Just use this one. Okay. I'm going to turn this on and then try not to stand there. SE2, Deborah doesn't exist yet. It will eventually. But yeah, it doesn't. Where's my... Do I not have... I don't have a turret on this side, huh? Oh. Well, maybe we should do that at some point. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't because the entire ship is there. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now. And let's think about if we want to put some sort of a welder right here. and how we would even do that. Like, we could raise the turret up a little bit, and then put the welder right here. And I guess we could put the welder right there anyway, and it would work, and it would just be kind of sticking up. Kind of would look bad. Plus, it would also make the welder a bigger target. Take care, Brian. We'll see you next time. I do like where SE2 is going, though. Yeah, I haven't played it much. I mean, you guys have seen lately I've been doing the creative mode stuff to just kind of get my head around the new block system, and it's, you know, I haven't had a need when you're building like bases in survival mode, which is what I had been doing. Like, I didn't really do much SE2 before survival mode came out in VS2. And in survival mode, I did a lot of like base building and ugly ship building, like utility ship. And I wanted to get more experience with having to like come up with the cool armor shapes that I like to do, you know? And it's like, how does this shape fit into that shape? And I almost feel like I need to take some of the smaller blocks and build the compound blocks that my head is wired to use from SE1 and just like blueprint them and put them in the toolbar so that I could just use them when I need them. Because my brain doesn't like to be like, oh no, just put down a, you know, this half block and then put this other half block on top of it, because you can do that now. So. Anyway. You know, maybe I'll just leave these alone. Maybe we won't do it for these. Maybe I'll just do it for the assault cannons. Now, where do I want the assault cannons and their little defensive pods to come out from? Should they come out from the middle here, from the house section? I want them to stick out far enough that, like, if an enemy is coming from this side, they're at least going to have one... If they're coming from the side, they're going to have one artillery cannon shooting at them. And if they're coming from, like, front or back, they're going to have another artillery. So I'm definitely going to have one set down here, probably coming out of, like, around here somewhere. Because it'll be right near the hangar on this side. And then maybe another set, like... Yeah, let's do that. I just got to figure out where I'm gonna pop out of. Let's see. We could go. We could come out here, maybe. Then come out this way, and then come down. We'd be at the same. We'd be at the same height as this. So it'd be basically the exact same design as this kind of thing. So let's do that. To avoid having to redo my structural thingamajigs here, that's a technical term. We're gonna take two. We're gonna just put a conveyor junction here. Which way is that? There we go. I want the words conveyor to be correct. Okay. Then we can go. Now, how far out do we want to go with this? Let's do a flanged end here on each side. And we'll go out. Do I want to go? I think I want to go out further than that. So probably right there. Yeah, out further than that thing. But do I want to go out that far? Because I want it to be... Well, it doesn't have to go out that far at the other end, because the turret, the Gatling, doesn't stick out that far. Okay, so we'll maybe cut this down to... Yeah, cut it down to like there. So then we'll put our... Put that there. Put that there. And then I believe we did a... Something like... I clicked on the wrong one. Did it matter? It doesn't matter which way it faces. You're not going to see it. We'll do it like that. All right, and then we'll have our turret around it, which I didn't put in the thing here. There we go. Now, the nice thing is, I'm just going to weld up these tubes in this welder, and then it's going to get a good chunk of this for me here. So then we'll do the other side. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, wait. I could just pull from this guy. As long as I don't... This side. There we go. As long as I don't accidentally weld myself.
Energy low.
Yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute. I will say the build system in Space Engineers 2, I'm starting to get my head around the difference between the two. Like, it's becoming easier to switch between the two in my mind. But what does take me a little bit longer to get used to is the way the jetpack works. Like, just the acceleration and deceleration between the two. It takes me a little bit to get used to each one when they... Oh, we're still going there. Yeah, when I switch games. That could have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. Okay. Nope. Give me... Well, this is how I get steel plates now. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, fine.
Energy critical.
I agree. It is. Where's the best way into this place? While we're in here, 88.7%. We're almost there. We won't be done by the end of this stream, but we will probably finish. It will finish in the next stream, I believe. Or if I leave it run for a bit in between streams. Which I meant to do this week. And time, you know, time makes fools of all of us. So... All right. Okay, and we're just going to have to weld this up. So I was wondering how hard would it be to make an area welder mod for Space Engineers 1? You know? Because we have a whole bunch of... mods that change welding blocks. You know, like blocks that do welding. And the block welders have an area of effect. Just wondering how hard that would be. And if anyone has ever tried it before or not. Or maybe it exists, because I didn't bother looking. It was just a thought. Thought in my head. There we go. I think I'm going to add the same kind of column deal right here. Yeah, we haven't had spiders come by in a while. Well, you should try it sometimes, Rev. It might surprise you. I've never tried to make a mod either. I've only done the scripts. You know, same programming language for mods, but different API and everything, so. Alright, I don't know that I have ammo for those. What are you looking at? These assault cannons. So that'll be the next thing. Let's see. I need to find a little bit of shade right here. And actually not on the ground where spiders can come and get me. I'm going to find a little bit of shade over here. And then I'm going to take a drink of water. So, if you're watching the stream and you're enjoying it in real life, please consider throwing a like on the video on YouTube. And if you're interested in getting notifications when I go live, please consider subscribing. Ooh, my farm plot's already. Sweet. Go and get those in a minute. That's probably the mushrooms. Let's see. Yeah, we should probably do one of those on the other side. I don't think it's... Oh, ow. I don't think it'll stick out so far that it'll interfere with the ship. But let's do the... let's do this thing first. I thought yours today wasn't too bad, Rev. You'll get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Now the thing that I didn't mention just now when I did that somewhat patronizing thing that I just said to Rev is that I screw it up like almost every time, and that one time just happened to be pretty good. Even though I've been saying that for like almost 4 years. That's 3, right? Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. And then a doodad. And then a curvy friend. And then one of these. And then one of these. Oh, oh! That's potentially a problem, but probably okay. Maybe I'll take out these end ones, since I'm not really using all of these docking stations. Just to kind of pull that in a little bit. No. I think that's all of them. We'll find out. Yeah, you know, I originally started streaming because it was after I had COVID in late 2021. It was really hard to... I think I took too many of those pieces. It was difficult to talk, kind of. It was like a brain fog kind of thing. It was like I'd be talking, and then all of a sudden I'd just be like, I've completely lost the words more than was already happening to me just from getting older. Is like I would just completely blank on words for a bit, and at the time, so I already had all of this equipment, like the microphone and everything, because my friend Pat and I, who I used to stream with on Fridays, we did a podcast for many years, starting in like 2012, and nobody listened. Don't go look it up; it's not very good. But I already had all this stuff, and I was like, we were trying to bring the podcast back as a video podcast on YouTube, and then we were like, this isn't really working. It doesn't feel right. And then I was like, I'm just going to stream video games because it forces me to talk constantly. And by forcing me to talk constantly, it helped like rewire my brain. So now I only forget words like regularly, like in the regular sense. I forget words from just like being old and dense, as opposed to my brain being messed up. So podcasts, though, are fun. I would do, that's the wrong block there. I would totally do another podcast. I believe Rev and Ire and I were going to do a podcast of some sort. I don't remember the circumstance around that, but didn't we talk about doing that at some point? Yeah, the fireside chat, that's right. When is that happening? When is that happening? Oh, if you guys didn't know, I made a website for myself, dukeskyloafer.com. It basically mirrors, it has three purposes. It mirrors my YouTube schedule, so it just pulls from YouTube and displays my latest videos and upcoming videos. It just, like I said, it mirrors YouTube. It also shows my GitHub projects, because I do open source programming occasionally on the side. And it also has like the specs of my gaming setup and everything. And then I just added to it a diagram for anybody who's interested in how I do the 2 PC streaming setup. I added a diagram on there on the bottom of the specs page that just explains how everything is hooked up. In case that's a thing that anybody ever wants to do, it's worked pretty well for me so far. Rev and I have been on camera. So up to you. How you want to do it. I was thinking audio only. I like audio podcasts to begin with. But if you put it on YouTube, they kind of want to have video with it. Does this thing have a port that I could pull from? I don't think it does. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, because it wasn't piped up. What? I thought I grabbed all of you. Give me your parts. I'm flying around like an idiot here. There we go. Okay, so now you're piped in, so this one's done. Oh, except for the... Gotta get my columns. Can you guys hear my mouse clicking? My replacement mouse is ever so slightly louder than my old mouse. And at first I was like, oh no, they're going to hear the mouse clicking. But then I thought, actually, maybe you could already hear the mouse clicking. So, where can I pull... Hello. Where can I pull some stuff out of? I guess I'll go back over here. I should just disable the caps lock button. I hate that thing. Let's see, I don't need you or you. That's fine. Audio-only podcasts are, if you don't have an audience already, this is the problem that we ran into. If you don't have an audience built in already from something else, it's really, really hard to, have your podcast get discovered, Like, you have to really, really, like, you gotta go to forums and post about it and stuff, and it feels scummy to me, which is why we did not do very well. Like, we didn't have the motivation to, like, post constantly about it and bother people with stuff, so, we had a little bit of a loyal following, but not as big as, you know, to make it kind of worthwhile. Where did the other one come through at? So I guess that's right. Oh, I really built up a bunch of oh, I cut through the wall. That's right. So what have I got here? I've got... I don't know what's going on in there. So... we got to punch through that wall there, and then I guess I put a second... oh, that's there because of the windmill. Okay. Okay, let's take this and do one of these, and then we're going to do that same thing on the other side, I think. Yes, I think now, with the following we have, I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. So we'll have to plan for it. What would the topic be? We got to take questions or something. Oh, this is going that way. Why did I do that as a reinforced conveyor? I assumed it went up into the thing. That's weird. Maybe because I wanted it to stick to the roof or something. We'll just do one of these. And then, which way did I do it this way? I did it pipe down. It'd be cool to have armored round pipes, so that it looks like the round pipe is continuing through the conveyor holder thing. We could have people submit questions. Or something like that. Or we could just chat about nothing. Why can I not? I cannot pull through there.
Energy low.
Because I broke the pipe that pulls through there. So, yay. Yes. Okay, good. There we go. Life in general. State of SE2. Update 209 thoughts. What it's like being a famous YouTube. It's all kind of crazy. Life is kind of crazy. Okay. I came out 2, and then the thing there. For a second, I thought I saw a red signal blip up on my screen. Alright, 2. I already forgot what I did. Is this purple or is that the light? That's the light. Yeah, 2 and then the welder. Thank you. And where did I put that welder? How's my audio sounding now? Still good? Oh, what? Gatling, this one. Alright. Another thing I think I might do is take out the custom turrets from this ship and replace them with these kind at some point soon, just because, like, for example, this lovely fella keeps shooting this hole right here, as well as this hole right here. And this guy in this hole in the back here, my ramp being gone, is almost certainly from this guy, even though he's currently facing the other direction. It's almost certainly like a spider walked up here and he shot the ramp off. Because they can damage their own subgrids. So, hey Leroy, welcome. I got some great audio content for you.
Critical.
I am told... Now, if you're trying to stay awake, though, maybe not the best audio content. I'm told that I'm really more of a, if you're trying to fall asleep, kind of a creator. Okay. Yeah, it just occurred to me. I think I have a recharge station in the farm, don't I? I do. It's over here. Yeah, okay. I'm probably going to drink a vodka soon. Thank you, Rev. I appreciate that. Still, I'm okay with my voice being the soothing, go to sleep kind of voice. It's funny though, because I do have trouble sleeping a lot of times just due to the this is gonna sound crazy is not the right word, but I'm one of those people that has like a inner monologue that's like constant, and it keeps me up at night sometimes. So my own voice does not let me sleep, but other people fall asleep to me just fine, and I'm fine with that. So now I'm kind of hoping that we get attacked by something soon. Oh, one thing I did do finally was I turned on garbage collection to hopefully clear up all of the debris from the various different battles, and also I deleted that what was the stronghold that was out there, the wreck of the stronghold that we raided. So that's finally gone from the world, and I'm hoping that that being gone will allow something else to spawn in somewhere in the general vicinity. Probably as we fly around a little bit, maybe something further out will spawn in. But that is no longer on the radar. Oh dear. Vodka time. That's good stuff. All right. Oh, that got my radiation down pretty far. That's good. All right, then we need these. No? These. Keyhook, I didn't even notice you. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, I don't know if that was your first message or if you started talking earlier and I just missed it, but welcome to the stream. You do have a book on tape voice. You know, if you go watch my Riven remastered playthrough, I spend like a solid, probably a not consecutive, but a really good long chunk of it just reading the journals of the people. So if you want some book on tape, there's probably like an hour of me just reading. It's really probably more like a half hour, but do we not? What happened? What happened? Now I gotta go get that. I've been pondering a Skyrim playthrough because I haven't played. This is gonna sound really silly. I've got like 2,000 hours of modding Skyrim, but not nearly that much of playing Skyrim. And so, my camera's not really following me here. Hold on. Hello. No. Do the thing. Do it. Do it. There it goes. So I've spent so much time in the last like 4 years, like modding Skyrim to make the perfect Skyrim, and I've never played more than like 20 minutes into it in a very long time, because I just play long enough to test what I've done with it, and then wipe the save, and then go back and change stuff and start again. So I've been thinking about, it's feeling like it's really solid. Finally, like the mod list is feeling really solid and stable. And I'm like really tempted to just do that as either a recorded edited series or a live playthrough, and we just deal with like crashes and stuff as we go. But either way, the reason I brought that up is because there's a lot of books in that game, and I tend to read a lot of them. So if you like my voice and you want to hear me read Elder Scrolls lore, then that would be a good thing to tune into. Hold on. Someone asked, was it Rev? Someone asked about Oblivion Remastered. Oh, Ire, yeah. I did not... I don't know why I keep hitting that button. So I did play Oblivion Remastered. It was actually pretty funny. I streamed it like one time when it first came out, and Kanajashi showed up. The only stream he's come to of mine where he's actually talked. I don't know if he like lurks or not, but the only time Kanajashi came to one of my streams was the Oblivion Remastered stream, and he was so into it. And it was a lot of fun. And he's never come to any of my Space Engineer streams, which I think is hilarious. But I'm totally cool with that. But yeah, I thought that was funny. So no, I only did it once, and then I played a little bit more off stream, but I just never had the time to keep going with it. Maybe he's here right now. You never know. Is there like a chant or like some sort of a, oh jeez, I don't have another vodka. All right, we're just gonna relax in here for a minute. I should really just like calm down. Oh yeah, I really like Kanajashi. He's a cool guy. One of my, I will say, if you guys don't watch Kanajashi, go do it, because he's got some really good stuff. And you know, when I was first getting into Space Engineers, there was like I don't want to be offensive, but kind of like the old guard of Space Engineers content creators that was like Wasted Space and Captain Shack and Splitsy and them and everything. It's like that's who got me into Space Engineers. Was like I found those videos and was like, this looks like an awesome game. I'm going to get it. And I watched their videos for like a ton. And then as I slowly started getting like bored with those folks, like Kanajashi was one of those guys that I was like, oh, this seems like new and fresh, and he's doing fun stuff. And I don't know. I just liked his like he would start with a simple challenge, and then just like keep on going for so many episodes, to the point where I felt like I would get bored with it, but he just kind of kept on going with it, and it was always interesting. So it's the kind of thing where like when I do my streams, I start with like I start with an idea of some sort of a challenge or a scenario or something, and then I just do it till I get bored, and very rarely do I get to like an actual ending. But oh, he sent me a picture of his dog too once. It was very nice. It was very nice. Anyway, I hope he sees this at some point and realizes that he too is loved, just like you all are. Right, Rev? Tell them they're all loved, please. Just so that they know I'm not making it up. Did I get all the guns done? So we got that one there. We got that one. Oh, I gotta do the every time with this guy. I gotta do the ones on the other side. Let me heal up, and then we'll do 2 more assault cannon embankments or something on the other end. When Kanajashi did, I don't remember what season it was, but the one where he did Industrial Overhaul mod, I was like, man, there's no way he's going to be able to get through, like he's going to be able to put up with this. Because to me, that mod was like incredibly tedious and everything. And man, he just kept going with it. Like I was impressed. And I'll just say I was impressed. What's up, William? I really had issues with progression in Skyrim. Many starts and lots of hours, but never really got far into it. So the nice thing about mods is that I too don't like the progression of Skyrim, and I have changed it. So, yeah, the way it works in my modded series or modded It's not a series yet because I haven't done anything. But the way it works in my modded setup is you get experience not just from, in the normal game, you get experience just from leveling skills. And so, like, if you want to level up, you have to, like, smith 100 daggers, you know, or you like, it's not like killing people or anything like that. It's using your sword to level up your two-handed or your one-handed or whatever, and then that eventually raises your character level. And so what I've done is used mods to split that. So your skills still level by you doing stuff, but your character level is less affected by that, but is affected by things like finding locations. Every time you find a location, you get a little experience. Every time you kill something, you get a little experience. Every time you finish a quest or anything, you get a large amount of experience. So it's more like by going out and doing stuff, even just walking around and looking at the scenery, your character levels up. So, and I've played quite a bit like that now, and I would never go back to the way Skyrim is naturally, because it just doesn't seem natural. So, no man's Pokemon.
Hello there.
Oh, Shiro, welcome. Welcome to the, I don't have someone come up with a name for all of us. For the fans of Duke Skyloafer, I don't know. But anyway, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Rev is here, and he is adorable. Ire, you modded something. That wasn't Space Engineers. I'm impressed. The Skyloafs. I kind of like that. Oh, you know what? For a while, I said I was going to call you guys the Legends, because I said something about, like, oh man, the Legends are here. Alright, I'm going to do that. You guys are the Legends now. Where am I going to put? Do I want to put the artillery on this side? I think I'm going to put it... Man, I should have put these over, like, here. And then I could put the artillery here. Maybe I'll do them... Maybe I'll put the artillery... Not artillery. The assault cannons, like, down at the very end here, like, right about here. So that they're kind of close to the hangar hole. I was just joking with you. But, because it seems like every time I, like, I don't remember what things. I know City Skylines was one of them, and there was something else I mentioned that I modded, and you were like, it never even occurred to me to mod that thing. But Skyrim feels like one of those games that, like, you have to mod it, right? Like, I know there is some vanilla Skyrim purists out there, but, like, man, there's just enough wrong with that game that you just kind of mod it. But, man, you can make it so good. And that's what I love about Skyrim. That's why I think Skyrim endures to this day, is because you can mod it. And similarly to Space Engineers 1, like, the mods allow you to make the game what you want the game to be. And Skyrim is probably one of the most moddable games of all time. And that's why I like it, and why I actually, for some reason, like some sort of a psychopath, enjoy just modding the game and not playing it. Anyway, what was I doing? Am I building something? I guess so. These are floor decals. Did I build the pipes? Oh, I did build the pipes under there. Okay. Then, in that case, let's figure out where we're going to slice in here. Oh, look at... if I cut here, you're clipped into the ground, right? You're not going to... I think if I cut here, this won't all fall off. But if it does, I don't care. It's fine. We'll cut, like, right there. Okay, I think we're good. Green? Ah, darn. We're only green on one side. Ah, well. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Alright. Good enough. We'll just do that. Alright, then how far out do we want to go? I want it to go out a little bit further than that, and that's going to be a pretty big hole. I think we're going to have to, yep. Go up a little bit here. I am going to grab another vodka just to have on me. I am so thankful for whoever made that vodka mod. One of those guys that's really into potatoes. Just a godsend for this game. It's ire, in case anybody's wondering. In case you did not know what I was alluding to. Stool. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to stop and take a drink of water here, and then I'm going to retype that. If anybody's not subscribed and would like to get notified when I go live, please consider subscribing. And if you're enjoying the stream in real life and you have not liked it on YouTube, please consider clicking that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps with the engagement, the algorithm, whatnot. All right. I'm not actually looking for stool. I don't have any because I don't participate in the number 2 crime in the solar system. I was actually looking for steel and also interior plate. Okay. Off we go. The wrong direction. Off we go. This way. Well, thank you very much, William. I appreciate that. I actually think this is one of the cooler bases that I've made in a long time. Just because I actually put effort into thinking through the design. I don't usually think through the designs of buildings. I'm more of a ship builder. And buildings are usually end up being more like a... I'll get it done kind of thing. I need a shelter. But, yeah. You know, honestly, this is one of the square holes, too, that I've dug. I'm really proud of this giant square hole. It's going to be rectangular when it's done. But... Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That ought to be good. Then we'll put our welder on the end there. Hey, Colin, welcome. I am not on a server. This is just local single player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's what I said, right? 8. Yeah, I had a military escort. I had a unpleasant experience playing on a Keen server, a public server, while also streaming. I don't recommend doing... I recommend either of those things, but not both at the same time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Yeah, honestly, the stream sniping, at one point, I was like more impressed than anything because, wait a minute. Oh, I can't bury this in the ground. Oh, boy. That's right. Welder is one of those weird blocks that don't like to be half in the ground. And you're okay on this side. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take this up one, just so that there's a little bit of uppies to it. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side and bring it up one more. I think that's the correct. I'll recount in a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at the end here, we'll just maybe take this one up here and then cut over. So this one will be slightly higher up than the other side because we're up on the hill here. Now the one thing I haven't considered is, nope, never mind. I don't have to consider it. We're good. What am I making? Shiro, I am making a, so if we look over here, there is a big spaceship right here. This spaceship is called the Titan. And coincidentally, this moon is called the Titan as well. I wanted a place to park this ship so that it wouldn't keep getting peppered with bullets like here where this thruster is damaged from its own shooting. I wanted to see if I could make a gigantic hangar for it. So I have this script-controlled miner over here. And he spent the last, 3 months digging this hole. And He's just about done. He's probably like 90% done with the hole, and that's where we're going to build a hangar, and we're going to take that ship, put it in the hole, and cover it with a big door, and I'm probably going to cut into the wall a little bit and make like a little facility in there or something like that. But I wanted some way to get from the main base that I started way over here over to there, and so we made this ridiculously dumb long corridor. And what I'm currently doing is putting some defenses on it. So, the thruster mod is called Consolidated. Hold on. Consolidation Propulsions is what the mod is called. It was recommended by Ire and his crew. They usually put this on their servers. It's very cool. It gives you some hybrid thrusters, which is what I'm using on the Titan. And then you also get just different variations of atmospheric thrusters as well. And there's some propellers and stuff too. There's also some wheels. It's a pretty cool mod. I also thought it was consolidated, but apparently it's consolidation, so. Yeah, it is going to be a pretty big hangar. It's a long drop to the bottom. And, yeah, we're just going to stand in the shade here for a second. I picked this spot because there was iron, nickel, and cobalt here already. And I just figured if I'm going to dig up a big hole, I might as well get a whole bunch of material as well. So I have a lot of iron, nickel, and cobalt back at the base. As you could see from the poopin', we're not collecting the stone or anything, so all the iron and nickel and everything is entirely from the material that it's picked up and not from stone and everything, so. Nope, just the Titan. Just the Titan is going to go in there. Fuse has been here a while lurking, I feel. I feel like you were here at the very beginning, weren't you? Oh, right, the whole point of this was to put this on the end. Oop. Yes, and then there's one over there. Alright, I just need to get one of these welded up, and then I could use that as a pull point. And if you notice, for some reason on this planet, the sun is out whenever I need to be outdoors working a lot, you know, giving me radiation damage and stuff. And then it goes away when I do stuff indoors, and then weather comes out. Then I think we'll work on just extending, we'll just keep extending this hallway down to there. And then that'll be good enough for, that'll be good enough until the hangar is ready.
Energy low.
I could also look at, oh, you're gonna dump your stuff there? Oh no, there we go. So actually I think this might be the last row of this whole thing. I don't remember. It's either the last row or there's one more after it. And then we can start building in there. So theoretically, I could start building the inner wall and everything. It's going to be completely enclosed. So, it's going to take me a while. Oh, yeah. You know, I say this to EC all the time. You can leave Mars if you want. Oh, yeah, I'm totally building a welding ship. So what's going to happen is, that ship, the Go-Getter, when it's done digging, we're going to pop those drills off and put the welding attachment on, and then we're going to use that to weld up everything. You know, we'll put a little docking port for it on this side. Maybe we'll even put the docking port, maybe we could even plan for that ahead of time. Maybe put the docking port, like, off of one of these things or something, so that we can quickly dock it back up and get more supplies and stuff. Yeah, so for those of you who do not know, this ship is on the workshop. It's called the Go-Getter. But you can see from the attachments here, it's holding this thing up, which is the quarry miner attachment, but this whole sled thing can pop off. And then it can have forward-facing drills for tunnel mining, and it can do welders, grinders, mag plates. I think it's got, in total, I think there's 7 different attachments between that one and the Ion version of the ship. Let's see. Let's get the other side welded up here. I really love that thing. It was not my intention originally to make such a versatile thing, but it ended up being one of my favorite creations. Ow, so close. Steel tube. A steel tube. Did I get it? I did not get it. Was it just one steel tube?
Meteors inbound.
It was just one steel tube. There we go. All right. Where are the meteors coming in at? No one knows. What do I... How do I want to do? Oh, they're way over there. Okay. Yeah, let's do the same pattern as we did with this. So we're going to do... Oh, we are going to do... Yeah, we got the welders, so it's not going to be the exact same pattern. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. So we need one of thems. And... Ooh, too far. One of thems. And reinforced. Reinforced. There we go. And then I got rid of the assault cannon from here. Assault cannon. Assault cannon. And then a bunch of parts around it. I think I did... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the design from like those. And maybe I'll take these down and redo them so that they have the welders on them. I think they can shoot down far enough because the purpose of these is mostly to shoot the spiders. And I think they can shoot down... If I have to raise them up one, they should be able to shoot down. Although... Well, let's see. Those would be... Those I would not be able to go down one, I don't think. But these I could come down one, perhaps. Oops. Take me home, vodka. Take me home. Theoretically, how long would it take to build a second big ship? Bro has now, and a second hull. If I had them both going at the same time, and then hoping they didn't smash into each other, it would probably take... Well, so here's the thing. It's... When I say it's been going for several months, I mean... It's only going when I'm streaming, because I shut the world off when I'm not. So it's been like... I think it would take... Let's see, how long did I calculate? An hour is about 7% of the whole. So, I don't know, someone do that math. Someone do that math and then let me know how long it would take. I think I need to... Oh, I need to do this differently, because we don't have, like, a connection. We don't have a top connection for these. They're just pipes going straight in. So I guess we'll just kind of go around it a little. Guess we'll just do this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's make this bigger on the front here. Okay. That's going to be our design for this, and then we'll just seal off the back with one of these. There we go. Then that hole is there. And then we'll put our usual columns underneath. So, a long time. Yeah. Definitely. Alright, we'll figure that out in a little bit. We'll come over and do this one. Okay. Looking good there. Why do I have all this stuff? I always end up with more stuff than I need. I don't know how that happens. So what I was doing, I wanted it to run a little bit during the day today, and so I basically just turned off all damage and shooting in case a pirate decided to fly by while I wasn't here. And that seemed to work okay. He managed to get some stuff done. That's one of the beauties of having complete creative control of your world. You could cheese it. But now that we have all of these additional spots here, additional weapons, we won't have to cheese it so much. Don't know why I flew away without welding this. Alright, that's good enough there with our snaky little pipes coming out. Maybe I'll think of a good way to armor that at some point. Let's hang out in here for a bit. Charge up. Get our radiation down a bit. And then we'll think about continuing to extend this hallway down to where the walkway ends here. It is 4 p.m. in the world. 4 p.m. Titan Standard Time. And the sun ought to be going down in about 2 Titan hours. Which will mean it will be a lot easier to do this. But one nice thing about building here is that I can get the right side wall up first, and then the sun blocks, I'm blocked for the rest of from the sun. You know what I mean? Run back. Because these windows block the sun. It's kind of nice that way. I have thought about building a second go-getter, though. Just to be able to, do like some mining and like welding at the same time or something like that. Like I could have one of them doing one thing. Wouldn't be too hard. In fact, once it's done here and I put the welder attachment on this one, it would be easy for this one to build a second one. So, do I have any small fighters that I use? Let me tell you the story of what did we call this thing? Did we call this thing something? Let me tell you the story of Small Grid 932. It has vector thrust, which I set up poorly and didn't really put too much effort into it. And folks in the comments gave me a ton of tips on how to dial it in and calibrate it and everything, and I decided that sounds like a lot of fun for a time when I have time to sit around and play around with settings and everything. So, also this wasn't really a fighter anyway. It's starting to rain. That's good. It'll help with the sun. So, no. But I do have these things. These things are called tater tots. And they have so far been very good at offense and defense. They're automated. And somewhat angry, it seems. They helped me take out a stronghold. And then over here we've got Perry the Platypus. And he's mostly just there for me to haul cargo. So no, I don't actually have a fighter at the moment. But it was something that I was thinking of doing at some point in the past. And then I think this thing was intended to eventually be a fighter. But it turned out to be less good because I didn't feel like putting the time into it. Oh, I did have a fighter. That's right. I had the fully loaded baked potato. I did have a fighter. You're right. It is a pile of scrap in a hole in the ground, about 5.37 kilometers, roughly west of here. But yeah, there was a fighter at one point. And it was actually kind of cool because the tater tots were designed to follow the fighter. And so, like, they would disconnect and then just follow the fighter, and then I would hit a button and they'd switch to attack mode and then just go off and do whatever. And this one in the middle here was the only one that survived the actual attack. It was the one that finally defeated the base. And that is why that one is in the center, and it's called the Tater Tot of Victory. And this one is the Tater Tot Fairy, because it's got a chair on top. And that one is just another Tater Tot that's sitting here. So, yeah. And it's funny, too, because I was going through the world settings and, like, deleting old grids and broken things on the ground and everything, and it was like, oh, yeah, the fully loaded is still there. And I was like, oh, man, where's my thing? And then, yeah, it's just a pile of scrap and a bunch of blocks sitting in a hole. There's a YouTube short on my channel you can watch, and it's like a very compressed summary of the entire attack on the stronghold, and you could see the fully loaded, and I abandoned it at one point. Like, I flew it into the base and then jumped out of it so that it would fly past and continue to distract the bad guys, and they just absolutely pummeled it into the ground until it was literally just a pile of, you cannot tell what it used to be. So, it did its job. It was a good ship. I'll probably print off another one at some point. All right, what was I doing here for the design? I need a lot of steel plate, I think. This is the kind of thing where I wish I did have a... welding ship to put this all together. Oh, whatever. I'm killing time until this stuff is done anyway, so. Until the hole is done. Alright, so we're just going to take this all the way down to there. Then do the same thing here. And then I'll have to figure out, once we get the actual base set up here, like, how is this going to connect into the base? I haven't figured that part out yet, but... I don't have it in this world, Game Dork, whatever you're talking about. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. I mean, well, if you're referring to that, I meant another one in addition to that one. Run. Yeah, the Pam Miner is going to be my welding ship. It'll just be... What'd you call me? You're a Pam Miner. What the heck were those windows called? Just you this time? Okay. Alright. Yes, what are these things called? They're called half-window inverted. Half-window inverted. And we need girder. Oops. Oh my. Oh, these. Okay, there we go. I am bender insert girder. There we go. Okay. If I can get the half windows up before the rain stops. These are just called curved, a round window, right? And then flat inverted. Round window and flat inverted. Flat inverted. Yeah. So this will protect me from the sun. And that was the whole purpose of doing this entire gosh darn hallway, pardon my language, was so that I could walk all the way from one side to the other without taking solar damage. Solar radiation damage. Yeah, okay. Okay. And there we go. And I think, actually, that should already protect me from the sun. Even though it's not welded up yet. But... just gonna empty my inventory here of whatever I've got that might go into these. Yeah, I did take a lot of radiation damage. I would say... I would say I should invest in some sunscreen. Ladies and gentlemen, if I have any advice, it would be wear sunscreen. Going all the way down to the end. Yeah. Okay, he's going back to recharge. I should go look at... you can see how far done he is. What's in your playlist, Game Dork? Oh boy. I feel like I've gotten to the point of the stream where I'm just building and don't really have much to say. I do think we probably should, at some point, make another fighter that isn't a fully loaded baked potato. I am waiting for the ship to make more glass.
Energy low.
Well, let's head back into the main base. I'll recharge at the med bay and heal myself up a bit, and then we'll check how the miner is doing on its. Oh, here, I can close the doors a bit here. Don't need you open. Don't need you open. Oh, the sunscreen song. I completely forgot that I'd referenced that. That's how my memory is right now. Reference a song, completely forget you referenced a song. Baz Luhrmann, I think, is what that is, right? Who sings that? 93.9%. You know, this might get really close to being done before the end of the stream today. I don't really feel like going long, but we'll see. I got about 45 minutes of stream left. We'll see how far it gets. It would not be a warfighter. It would be more like a scout. So on occasion we get pirate salvage ships that fly through this area, and they like to launch little fighters at me. So it would just be like a defensive, like take the fight to them kind of a thing. So let's eat a meal here. Here we go. Let's eat a seared sabroid. I love those. Sabroid is so good on this planet. Yeah, because it's fresh here, you know? It tastes so much better than you get on the Earth, like. What is powering my base? Well, aside from my hopes and dreams, we've got this one solar panel that, you know, it does its job when it needs to. But other than that, it's all these wind turbines. And we're probably going to need another wind turbine tower or another solar panel tower, or make this one bigger at some point soon, just because I think we're getting close to our power. Whenever the miner is attached and it's recharging, I think we become power negative, and then when the miner detaches, then we become power positive again, so we could probably check. The base's batteries are all sitting right here. This is like all of them. Let's see. Fully depleted in 2 hours, so yeah, once the miner stops charging and goes back out, then they should start charging back up again, so we're like right at the cusp of where, and also when the weather comes out and the sun goes down and we lose the solar tower, then we also have power issues. They're not really issues though, like they're, you know, the base can survive for 2 hours. You know, the conditions on the planet change multiple times within 2 hours, you know, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just, if we want to expand, we have to keep making more power towers. All right, what have I got on me? And what am I doing? What's happening? I need to weld up. Need more glass. Okay. Let's grab a bunch of these. Run back to the container. Actually, it just occurred to me that I could be flying out and getting these. Oh, no, I can't. I plugged up all those holes. Never mind. I was thinking I could run out to the welder and get them. The base seems to be producing glass at a very slow rate. Either that or we are not. I think we might be not programmed. The goat might not be programmed to produce a lot of bulletproof glass, and so we keep running out. Yeah. You know, it's possible I'll make a fully loaded baked potato Mark II. I think it would be a good idea to update the design next time I build one. Definitely not today, though. Not today. but someday. I don't really have a plan for this series after I get the Titan in the ground. I just had that idea and then decided that's going to be the next 3 months of my life. And then, you know, who knows where we go from there. Maybe we will take it back out of the hole and go to a different planet or explore more of this planet or something. I don't know. I did have a goal for a while because there was a stronghold over on the other side. Over where that GPS is now, the stronghold. So the reason we built all the tater tots and the fully loaded baked potato and everything was because that stronghold was there. And its presence bothered me. And I wanted to get rid of it. So we built up a whole fleet and we went and did that. Yep, too far, too far. Oh my god. Okay. Deep breath. There we go. That vector thrust ship, though, that was a good one for going up to space. We went up to space, and we went to... Not that one. Where is it? There's one of these stations around here. Was it that one? I think it was that one. We went to one of these. So these things look like they're on the planet, but this is a moon, so it's really tiny. And so we, that's actually out in space. 11 kilometers away is in space. But that vector thrust ship was really good for that. What I really need is like a little ship that can help take me to and from these unknown signals that are all over the place. So I don't have to jetpack over to them. You okay? Ooh. Wow, stuff I don't need. Okay. I don't think I want any of this. You guys can have it. Where's the base? Ah, the sunrise. So yeah, this is what the whole thing looks like, in case anybody was wondering. It started with this base here. You know, we landed the ship here. Originally, the ship, we built some drills off of it, so that was like the punch mining right there, just to get some material to start building. We built this first. This is the farm. And then the, like, living quarters in the middle here, and then the hangar, and then just the really long hallway, which, in retrospect, prevents me from building any other additional buildings in the chain. So I'll probably have to build off that side if we ever need to add a new one, but I don't think we'll need to add a new one. Production is underneath. All the production stuff is in the ground underneath this one. And now might actually be a good time to go in the front door and go to the farm and pick the crops. So let's go do that. And what were we going to plant next? So that was mushrooms and wheat. And I think we're going to do potatoes. Right, we're going to do some potatoes. And maybe that was it. Maybe we should just do potatoes. What else are we low on? So we got a lot of wheat. Yeah, let's just make more potatoes. How many of these things do I have? 16? No, 8. 10? 10. All right, give me one more. Make one more potato. Make me one more potato seed. Okay. Rotate. There we go. Oh, that was a weird little hiccup there. And there we go. Now they're growing. I'm going to be able to make some good food now that we have all the different types of food. Except for coffee beans, but I'm not really a big coffee fan, so we'll be okay. We'll be okay with just this. For those who don't know, all of this stuff is managed by a script called Farmhand, made by yours truly. So if you ever want to help manage your farms, feel free to go get this on the workshop. It only costs $49.99. No, that's not true. I'm kidding. It is, of course, free. Oh, it's charging, so it hasn't advanced at all. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Oh, was that... Oh, you know what? Every time I see something red, I'm, like, programmed to be like, oh, there's a signal. It's just Clang Cola. Darn. I want to test out these guns. These new turrets. Actually, something I should do real quick is make sure that I have ammo for those. What is my ammo situation in these? Yeah, I seem to only have Gatling ammo. I should have some artillery. Okay, so we've got some. I might want to up that a bit. Let's rename a bunch of stuff here. As you know, I do love renaming things, and this building is called the Involuntary Paradise. This is the welder for weapons, and I should probably also make a group of these in case I ever want to turn them off for some reason. Yep. Toolbar, inventory, terminal, and I made 2 groups. There we go. Alright, and then those new cannons. God, there's so much garbage in here I need to get rid of. Where even are these light panels? They're probably on... These are probably on that landing strip thing. Where are these cargo containers at? So much... Oh, that is... I don't know, I'll figure it out later. Does not matter. What I need is... Oh, we're going to have to put more lights in the hallway. Now, what I'm looking for is the... Oh, most of this stuff is on the... Oh, it's... Yeah, cargo containers and all that. This is stuff that's on the... Vector thrust. You know what I mean, the ship that does this to fly. I'm looking for the artillery turret. There we go. Yeah, here, this will work. Grab that. Call you that. Change that to that. And what are we going to do? We're going to have you shoot as best you can. Oh, we're going to put a defensive block on the base. That was the other thing we were going to do. Idle movement is fine. This is artillery, so no small ships. Large ships is good. Stations, sure, if one of them drops in on us. No neutrals. Only enemies. Do we want to tell it to... Should we have it target weapons? Or should we have it target, because it's artillery, should we have it target like power or propulsion or something? What do you guys think? For the artillery and the and then the assault cannons, what should they target? I'll leave them on default for now. We can come back and change them. Toolbar, no. Inventory, yes. Yes, okay. And then my assault cannons. Crank that up. Small ships, yes, we will. Stations, sure. Only enemies, yeah. Alright. There we go. Toolbar, terminal, inventory. Now I could search by WPN and see all of the weapons and if they have enough stuff. So the assault cannons look like they're good, and the artillery is good. I need to remember what room I put the goat script in. It is... oh, it's down in the... That's right, it's in the basement. Okay, sorry. That was weird. I'm just going to go and tell the goat to make more stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Power is probably the best option for artillery. And then just leave the assault cannons on default. I think that makes sense. Grab some energy while I'm here. Alright, so artillery we will shoot. We will only do power. That makes sense. Once it's depowered, it can't do anything. That is, honestly, theoretically, if you can take out the power first, that is the best way to go, because then it takes out everything, so. What is this screen supposed to be for? Status screen. Oh, that's lovely. Status screen, how about that? I wonder how long that's been like that. Oh, what are you complaining about? We have ingots and ores are both full, and we have no other space for them. Okay. Well, that makes sense, because we've filled up a ton of stuff. I might have to throw another cargo, a big old cargo somewhere. In the meantime, artillery shells, we seem to have a lot of them. Let's make 50. Assault cannon shells, let's make 100. Autocannon, flare gun, whatever. Oh, and glass. I wanted to up the amount of glass that we make. Oh, we're making 300. That's enough. That's enough bulletproof glass. What else? What else? Should I have it keep some of this stuff in stock? Should I have it keep seeds in stock? We could maybe think about doing that. I won't worry about it. Alright, yeah, let's, in the time we have remaining here, let's see if we can figure out another good place to put a gigantic cargo for ores and stuff. We could theoretically put one in here, but it would, like, take up... I would have to, like, lose one of my doors, essentially, which might not be the worst thing. I could get rid of... It would cover up this, but then I would have the cargo itself for access. It would block... I'd have to redo... Yeah, I don't think I want to put it in here. Let's go back outside and... Oh, that's the asteroids. Like, what the heck is that noise? There, way over there. Okay, so the current one is right here. And it looks like... Well, gosh darn it, we could just put another one in line right here. And then we're good to go. Actually, I think I have that on here. Right here. No, not right there. Did I not have cargo on here? I guess I didn't. I thought I had a cargo on there. Cargabarg. Cargabarg. Where's this one? There we go. And then you are called this. And now by decree, you are also called this. And we should see, hopefully, once the goat script catches up, it should start moving stuff into there. Or did we not actually need... Or maybe it was just complaining because we're so close to the edge of needing another one, which is fine, then we'll just do that. I guess another thing of it is, like, this is on the Titan. This is the Titan's main cargo is full, so it'd be a good idea if all of that was in here. Can I just do that, or will it move it back? We should also move. We should designate something in the base. We should undesignate all of the Titan's stuff as, I mean, it can be overflow. Oh, see, it's moving it back already. It's probably just because it's... You know, it's probably putting... You know what, I'm just going to let it do its thing. Whatever. We'll eventually untag these, and we'll just use the base as the stuff, but this way it's fine. It's not a big deal. Whatever it wants to do. But we should designate stuff like food and stuff should move onto the base and off of the Titan. Alright, I got about a half hour left. It's a nice sunset tonight. Wasn't there something I wanted to do? I thought there was one more thing I wanted to do before bedtime. Should we make another wind tower? Should we make... Oh, you know what? I was going to make a port for the miner to dock over here. So where should we put that? It would be a temporary port. Be a temporary port. Let's see. We could just cut into here and make a little docking port, a temporary docking port for it, like right out of here. That might be a good idea. Just so that it, when we're building this place, it'll be real easy to bring it back. Hello. I do love having an automated drone doing stuff for me. We could actually. I don't have a. What's it called? I don't have a welding attachment created for this, so that's another thing we could project and build up. So let's build a temporary docking station for it over here, and then we will we'll build another wind turbine. I think we will just cut you out. Unable to place. Now, is this going to be a split grid? Because I goofed that up? Or am I going to have to merge block those back together or something? That should have... Jeez. Nope, there we go, we're good. Yeah, I was going to say, that should have worked, because it's the same local grid. Alright. Then we'll just, what? Let's see, how much height are we going to need for you? Not too much, but I don't want to be right on the ground there. So let's do a... Let's go up one. And then, let's see, are we going to want... We're going to want like a... I think we're going to want to come... Actually, oh, I hope this thing isn't going to get too close to where I put this tower. Let's do a quick test with you. Hold on. We're going to stop you for a second, and I'm going to turn on show sensor field range for a second, and then we're going to say fly to job position. And so it's going to fly up to where it first started when it started this job. This is something Game Dork taught me. And then we just go set up mining job, and now it projects the hole. So, okay, yeah, this is actually the last row that it's doing. Yeah, this is the last row. So when it's done with this row, it is done. So, just like Law and Order, it is done. So I don't want to start a new job. I want to, or maybe I could start a new job. Change current job, that'll work. And then continue job. And I'll just go back and pick up where it left off. Okay. So yeah, this is the, when it's done with this, I guess, yeah, row here, then we're good. We could start, in fact, I could theoretically start building on the far wall, but I don't want to. But yeah, we'll do one more of these right here. We'll do a pipe end like that, and then we'll put a connector on that. All temporary. Did that get both of them? I have no idea if that got both. I think it did. Okay. Actually, that may have just gotten... Yeah. There we go. There we go. I don't want to do a sorter to pull everything out because this is going to be the dock for when I turn that into a welder. And so I want to be able to pull things through the base into the ship. This won't be for mining. If I'm going to do mining, I'll have a dock on the other side of the base where it's already got the sorter and everything. So. Potatoes. What is this? This is the dock for the go-getter. We'll call it the welder. If I could type, so that'll be that. Alright. Let's... I'm going to be done pretty soon, Ire, but if you need to head out anytime, you feel free. Alright, through all of this, we'll do the power later. I kind of want to build a... so here's one of the attachments. This is the forward-facing 2-drill attachment for the go-getter. It looks like this. It's got extra thrust for PAM mining where it has to tilt forward and everything. We need to build like another little dock for the... Actually, maybe I'll drop it like right on top here. We will do a mag. There's some weather starting, I know, because my screen flickered. We will drop it like right there. I think I only grabbed 2 of them. There we go. So this is where I'm going to drop the... have a good night, Keyhook. Thanks for hanging out. The quarry miner attachment we will drop right here, and it will attach in and hang out there. Let's rename these to something and maybe put them in a group. There we go. I was looking back through that Star Raptor stream, and it doesn't look as bad as I felt it would. You know, honestly, I mean, for the part of it that I was there for, which was less than an hour, it was like the last roughly, I don't know, 45 minutes or whatever that I was there for. It did not look bad on my end. I thought it looked perfectly fine. So it might have been maybe seeing it on YouTube, the expectations are lower or something, but in the moment, it didn't seem like there was anything wrong with your stream. But I could totally get, like, the last time I was, when I streamed VS2.2, the first time, it seemed like my computer was hitching like crazy. And I run OBS on a different computer, but it just seemed like it was messing everything up. And then the next week after there'd been a patch, it was nice and smooth. So, I don't know. It's a early alpha game, you know, and sometimes I like that, so. I think people are a lot more forgiving of YouTube streams than you might think. What frame rate do you play at, Ire? Do you play at a higher frame rate than you stream at, or do you play and stream at 60? Or 30? I don't even actually know what you stream at. Why can't I walk? Because my fingers are on the wrong spot. Where am I going to build this attachment? Let's see. Oh, hey, it's me. Over here. Maybe we'll build it like right here. Yeah, so that makes sense. Oh, my food is done. Well, anyway, I don't. I understand your feeling because I've felt the same thing times when I thought the stream was really bad and then went back and watched it and it was like, oh, that's looks just like a YouTube stream. So add medium hinge head. Bloop. Oh, the game. So on your computer, the game was hitting 120. Yeah, I could see that being being an issue with OBS trying to capture and like lose frames, to get it down to 60 and stuff. So the VSync was a good idea. What am I doing here? What? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I need a projector. I don't pretend to be the expert on OBS settings. I have a thing where my OBS I stream with H.264 with AVC encoder. Even though my GPU could do HEVC or AV1, I could do any of those. But one, I found H.264 to be stable enough, and two, if I change it to anything else, whenever I quit OBS, it reverts back to H.264. And that's freaking annoying, and I don't know what the problem is with that, because I keep Googling for it, and I don't know why. Like, no one else seems to have that problem except for, like, years ago, and supposedly it got patched. So instead of trying to figure out how to make it work with a newer encoder, I was just like, let me just figure out the best way to stream in H.264. And it comes out in a perfectly fine quality. It's just a higher bit rate that I stream at, so. Oh, the encoder overloads? Yeah. But only 0.3% is like that. You would not notice that like throughout an entire stream. That would just be like periodic, I can't imagine that an average viewer would notice that. You might notice that on your machine, but I don't think anybody would notice that. Yeah, I thought your streams have looked good since you switched to HEVC. High efficiency video codec, HEVC. I think that's right. Anyway, you know what I mean. H.265. Why am I standing here? What am I doing? What? You guys. And I turned dampeners off. Okay. And jetpack is on. Alright, so what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're going that way. Oh, you know what? Let's actually do grab one of these. Let's actually go out a little bit first. Then we'll put our projector. Now, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know that there's a good way to... I don't know where the... I did not need to do that. That's sideways. I don't know if the attachment has a good... That particular attachment has a good projection spot, but we'll see. No, I'm with you. There's so much that's just like good enough, right? And it's like it's really easy to just be a good enough streamer where the average viewer will not care. They won't notice a difference. And you bumping up the quality, if you didn't tell anybody, they would not notice because it doesn't matter to the average viewer. They're watching on their phone or they have bad internet, so they're getting a lower bit rate anyway or something like that. Like, it doesn't matter, but I 100% get the feeling of like, if it's 95% good, that means there's 5% more work I need to do, So I totally get it. And I support you in your endeavor for perfection. And I'm going to fall off of here. All right. Let's find a blueprint. And maybe I'll just keep this here, because maybe I'm going to print off a couple more attachments at some point. But go getter. They're actually called multi-tools. Then we're going to get the blueprints and go to the go getter. And we want, so these are all the attachments. There's the J and the M. The Go-Getter M is the space version, and the Go-Getter J is the atmospheric version. What do these letters mean? Nothing.
Energy
I just
flow.
asked people what letters I should put on it, and this is what they threw out, so that's what it's called. Then we have the grinder, the mag hauler, the 2-drill miner. That's just mostly for the space one where you're not doing like PAM tunnel mining. Then you have the tunnel miner, which is for PAM mining because it's 4 drills that can make a tunnel big enough for the ship to fit behind it. So use that if you're doing PAM. You could use this if you're not. It's up to you. And then the quarry miner, of course, and then the welder, and these are my local copies, it would seem. So we need the welder. Give me the workshop version though. There we go. Oop. All right. There were times earlier in my streaming career where if something went wrong in the stream, I considered just like ending the stream. Like technical things that mattered to me, but like not to most viewers. I'd be like, I don't even want to put up with this. I am embarrassed that this is not the best it could possibly be. And, but luckily I did not. What am I doing here? I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and not lose my train of thought here. That's how I want it to be. Okay. You know what I mean, though. Because this is, you know, like, for you it's a career, but it is also a hobby. You know, for me it's just a hobby, but, like, it's something you take pride in regardless, you know. Vertical. Vertical? No. Vertical. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we could weld this sucker up and then be good to go for when we are done mining. Part of the reason I even do this...
Energy critical.
Okay, fine. I'm going to do the energy thing. I don't have one out here, do I? Part of the reason I even do this is because it's like a creative outlet for me. It's a way for me to see, like, can I make a professional quality looking stream just being a guy sitting in a, you know, cluttered office that he doesn't keep clean and thankfully is removed from the background. Alright, how much steel do I have on me? Not much. So this will be the last thing I'll do. I'll weld this up and then we're going to end the stream here. So grab me a bunch of that and we'll just go and do this. We'll go do this. I want you. There we go. Yeah, all of my stream screens and everything were all created by me. You know, I created them all in After Effects and everything. It's, you know, it's all just like it's an outlet for me to be like, you know, can I do this? Am I able to do this kind of thing? So I have not watched Invincible. I read the comics when they were out because I used to, I don't know if I've talked about this. I used to own a comic book store like 20 years ago. I read the comics when they were out. Same with The Boys. I haven't watched The Boys, but I read all the comics. My understanding is that the Boys TV show is rather tame compared to the comics. I think Invincible is like the opposite. If I recall, from what I've heard, they show more like, you know, like not, well, I guess gory things are in the comic as well, but like they're there are more things that are just like implied in the comic that they show on the show, whereas like The Boys is more like things that are incredibly gory and stuff in the comic are left out of the show. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, the merge blocks. The merge blocks. So the way these multi-tools work is they merge block in order to not be a subgrid, which causes weird flight characteristics for such small ships, especially with the drill attachment. If it's a subgrid, it'll be like, well, as soon as those drills fill up, the whole thing just tilts and everything. So it's got to be a part of the grid. So that's what the merge blocks are for. And then just to be able to pass the everything through it, everything connects with large connectors. And that's because in order to support the welder and the grinder needing the large connections, everything goes through large connections. So even the miners and everything adapt to become large connectors just so there's one single interface and everything. So it's a pretty cool system, I think. So when we're done mining over there, which is really, really soon, certainly during the beginning of the next stream, we'll be done mining, and then we can drop off our quarry miner over here and then attach to our new welding, whatchamacallit, and then we could start working on our thing. So we'll probably, yeah, see, he's just about done there. We'll probably do another power tower while we wait. Not today, though. But we'll do another power tower while we wait, and then when he's done, we'll start working in there. So I'll have to come up with a cool design for the interior and everything of the, because I don't want it just to be a big box, you know. I've got an idea for what the roof will look like, but not necessarily the walls, but we'll come up with something cool. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to manually punch through the sidewall on one side just to have like a little control station or something. And then maybe we'll even have like the, you know, the stairs and tunnel that come over there might, you know, blend into that and allows you to like walk through and into the sidewall or whatever it is. Or I don't know. We'll think of something. Oh my gosh. Okay. What time we got? I think it's about time to end the stream. Cool. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm going to head over to my bedroom here. I have to talk to DNA. A while ago, we had decided that we were both up for designated survivors this Sunday, and I need to confirm with him that that is still the case. And if that is still the case, we will be doing designated survivors on Sunday. I'm probably going to do Titan again next Thursday just to start working on the hangar there, but we'll see how it goes. And I think that's it. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you on Sunday for whatever's going on. And if it's not designated survivors, it'll probably be like City Skylines or something. We'll figure it out, but either way. Thanks a lot, everybody. Always remember, as Rev says, you are loved. And I mean that sincerely. Take care, everybody.